Hi guys, and welcome to a new edition of Art Life with John and Bogdan. We had a couple of 2 weeks here filled to the top.
Yes, we've been super busy. Got a lot to share with you today. If you like what you see today, please consider giving it a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and hit that notification bell. It really does help our channel if you do. Hi, I'm John, and this is Bogdan. Join us on our journey as we figure out how to earn a living as artists, introduce you to those we meet, and share what we learn along the way.
Welcome back. So we kind of left a story unfinished,
Yes.
and that it's about our church that was about to become our new studio.
Our dream home, our studio, the center of our art empire.
And as you guys probably know, the real estate, I don't know what else in the country, but here in Texas there's like hotcakes. So guess what? Somebody offer a better price for a better bid for that place, and our dream studio is gone.
It's one of the things I wish I didn't really consider. When you are a freelancer, you don't have a guaranteed income, and it's hard to get a loan. We made an offer, and they came back and they wanted another $27,000. So we said, well, let's
Not
just
much, you know.
Okay. In the whole scheme of that, fine. Let's get a loan to bridge that gap. We could not get a loan, and by the time somebody else made a bid and got the place, broke my heart.
Yeah,
I was so.
Everything was aligned.
Yeah.
We know exactly where the furniture goes, and we designed the studio, we designed the gallery, and everything went just like this away.
Yeah. So, maybe they'll stay a few years and open it up again and we'll still get it. But
The beautiful thing is that we kind of know, because of this experience, we kind of know what we want.
yes,
We
it's almost spoiled us.
Yeah, we know what are we looking for the future, and if that means that you're gonna have to wait for a while, we're gonna wait for a while. And I'm happy to work at home as much as I can, and have the studio in Houston for as long as we can afford that.
Right.
And you know what? I think we can do this as we are right now.
Right. I guess the feeling that I have is that I'm a little trapped now because I can't leave this place because what I can afford in Houston, my money isn't big enough, and the things that I can afford, nobody would live in. So I feel like I don't really have many choices other than to stay here and make it work. But that means we have to embrace that long commute, and we have to start working. But that was also the plan in Brenham.
Well, I don't feel trapped. You feel trapped. I don't feel trapped. We have a lovely home.
Oh, yeah.
It's spacious. It's an hour away from Houston, and so what? There's other artists even farther, probably.
Right. It's not that. I love the house. It's just the fact that we can't seem to recoup a lot of money. We just the only answer is make more money. We can't save a lot because we're still forced to make that drive.
But we actually moved studio meanwhile, and we'll talk about this in next
We'll
episode.
share that with you next time.
But we did change something in our plan so that we'll make this better. So there's always a movement. Anyway, we'll talk about this in the next episode, and we'll show you the studio as well. But this is what I want to share about Brenham and our Dream Studios. That project is gone.
They say that when one door closes, another one opens. I'm not seeing an open door yet, but I'm sure one will be coming along soon.
I'll open your door.
There
right
you
here.
go. Please do.
So what else has happened? We have been invited to a lovely art party at Mauricio Patino.
Yeah, beautiful event in Memorial here in Houston, to their beautiful home, where he was kind of hosting a reception for the instigation of a new NGO, a nonprofit, as well as his own art career. It was a beautiful evening. We ran into several artists that we knew. There was a big art show out in the yard and in the house, and we saw people like Alessandra Alvin, Miller Quevedo, Godoy. There were several other people there, Valentina Atkinson. It was a beautiful evening, and we were lucky to be invited.
And so in the middle of the week, we rushed to Dallas for the other art fair. And boy, that was not an experiment, but a production to put everything together.
So as we're getting ready, the dates are getting here. We had a little bit of rain, and we ran our car through some water, and it totaled our car. We have to get a new engine. So we had to go and rent a large vehicle to move all the art. We had to get ourselves to Dallas. We had to get the art installed, ready for the 4-day event. And it was a big deal.
Hey guys, here we are in the hotel in Dallas, and we are all packed and ready to go to the fair and see what the heck is going on there.
We got to do some installation and get everything set up, because the VIP event is this evening. So we got a lot to do today. Let's go.
All right. So day one of the fair just ended. This is the second day of the fair. We're here discovering the sites on the art district of Dallas, and it's lovely so far. But let's talk about last night.
Yeah, good, lovely event, well attended. I think there were lots of people there. It wasn't really crowded, but there was a steady stream of people. I didn't get the vibe that it was a buying crowd. I know some people were selling. I saw that. I didn't sell anything.
I didn't sell anything, but I had such reactions.
Yeah, you had a lot of interest.
Groups after groups after groups. Nobody bought anything, but they would like, I would hear this. Wow! Wow! Look at this! Look at this! People grabbing their arms and drag others' friends in my booth. Those inheritance images really were a hit last night. Oh. Okay, so where were we? We've just been interrupted by the fountains behind.
We were attacked by the museum.
So we were talking about the last night.
Yeah, I think it was, again, I don't want to seem discouraged because we've still got 3 more days to go, but last night was the kind of VIP event, a Thursday night event. One would assume that was the collectors and the gallery owners and things like that. I'm not sure that's who was there. The crowd seemed quite young.
Yeah.
Lots of strollers, lots of, so it was lovely people. My work, I don't think, was getting a lot of attention. Bogdan's was really catching people. People pulled their spouses back to see his work, but still no sales.
Yeah. I mean, as you remember from other fairs, I had the exact same feedback. There was no sales until the very last day of the fair, and in both cases, people that visited my booth came back in the very last day, very last minute, kind of in a rush to get whatever they wanted.
I think the difference between here and Mexico is in Mexico, you were getting lots of attention. People were asking you for your name, they were writing down your Instagram or following you on Instagram, they were taking your card. I think I gave out 2 cards last night. People didn't ask my name, if they came by and looked, they didn't connect with me. I think I spoke to 2 people.
I know that I had a lot of crowds coming in my booth. I don't have followers on Instagram from the crowds.
Right.
I do have a lot of followers from the artists that were in the fair.
I have spoken to people who were participating in the other art fair in Los Angeles, and they said that Friday and Saturday were busy days.
Yeah,
more so than the Thursday night.
It does make sense. I mean, people get off work a little earlier on Friday, and they have the Saturday off. And I think I would imagine it's the same here.
Yeah, and the other thing I noticed last night is people were recognizing your work from other events. Somebody who had been to your studio in Houston, somebody who had worked in the gallery where you showed at Glade Gallery.
Yeah.
So I mean, it does pay to be here, but it's quite a big expense, and we need to make that money back. So we'll see. Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed, guys. We'll film more this evening, and we'll share more ideas tomorrow.
But right now we're going to the museum
and explore a little the downtown of this fabulous city, Dallas. today, guys, is the end of what? Second day?
Day 2 or 3?
Oh my God.
Day 3.
Day 3
Day
already?
3.
Oh my God, 3 days in a row now.
Here in Dallas at the other art fair, Saatchi Art. Let's see, what else can we report?
So it was an extreme long day. No, none of us had any sales yet.
No.
See, I feel a little deflated that we don't have any sales, but unlike you, I had a lot of people very interested in my work, and
they would stop in their tracks.
I ran out of all brochures and business cards. So here we are. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling a little disheartened. I mean, I'm not even getting looks. People are. I mean, I've had a handful. I don't think I've given out 10 of my brochures. Handed out a few cards. But somebody could come tomorrow and buy it all. So you don't know. But I don't think I brought the right stuff to this show.
But yeah, I mean, it's always it's a lottery in a way. I mean, how would you know what you bring?
And I think what we were talking about earlier is the expense that we spent to come here, get the hotel, get the rent a car, and
it's scary.
And the amount of money we spent on the entry fee. We could have used that money for a lot of other things that would have given us more recognition that we're getting here. And it was really interesting today because it was dead this morning, and then some point in the afternoon, it was like when sharks start to feed. Mm-hmm. All of a sudden, people started buying. And I saw lots and lots of people carrying things and putting red dots out, and there was like this buying frenzy that lasted for several hours. Just didn't come to us.
It is possible that we are not in the right location. We are not in the very first part of the venue. We are in the second half of the venue. Maybe that influenced somehow the buyers.
There was one lady who sold one piece for like $18,000.
Yeah, I mean, there were some people spending some money there. I don't know. The stars were not with us this time.
No.
There's one more day to come, and again, we'll report everything to you in the following.
But tonight we're going to have a nice dinner and call it an evening.
Yeah. And so, guys, when actually thought that nothing's gonna happen sale-wise at the show, and the very last day of the show, John had a great sale of 2 large pieces.
Yeah, I sold 4 pieces that day. I sold 2 large pieces of my Punk Amarga series to a lovely family in Dallas who have now put them up in their home. So thanks so much to them. And then I also sold 2 of those prints. We were trying to do more prints, and 2 of those sold. So it was a good day. Not enough to make up for what we spent, but it was a start. Things that seem to be really selling well are the funny things, the pop art, and the really fine art, portraiture and things like that, landscapes. So, I mean, if you ask me for some advice on going to a fair, I would say absolutely do it. Please consider the fact that the expense that you put out, you may not get back. That's probably fair, but you need to know that going in. I noticed there were a lot of people who did not sell, and they were quite discouraged. Some others, like myself, who didn't sell until that very last day, and people who had been to lots of fairs told me that's often the case. that people will scope it out for the first couple of days and then circle back and buy. So, you have to weigh out the pros and cons. I'm glad I went, even though we didn't make our money. I think it was very much a learning experience, and I know better next time.
Last episode I shared with you the getting ready for the VAA show on printing those new pictures from the Nature Remembered that have been selected for the 38th Jared exhibition at the Visual Arts Alliance here in Houston. And finally the opening happened this week, and it was a lovely event, beautiful art. And if you happen to be in Houston, guys, please do consider to go by Sabine Street Studios and take a look at this fantastic show put together by the VAA.
It was a great honor, and congratulations.
Thank you.
And the show won't last for much longer, so the time to go see it would be now.
Is what we've done so far, and it's a lot when you put it together.
Yeah, and there's a lot still going on, so I'm a little tired, but we just hung a new show, and we're going to talk to you next time about our move. So things are still happening, and if you hear about a very big church for sale in Brenham, Texas, let us know.